What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 19 of the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus.
I'm Alex.
I'm Sal.
And we are the Screen Team. Today, we are going to be talking about Palm Springs and Edge of Tomorrow, both movies dealing with time loops. So we're going to start with Palm Springs today.
Palm Springs.
What do you guys think of the movie? General, how'd you feel about it?
Way better than I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I didn't... This
You
is a
know,
good movie.
because I remember that you had said that it was a time loop movie.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot.
Oh.
Okay. I totally forgot, so I'm glad I totally forgot because when I started watching,
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
didn't.
oh, it's a time loop movie. And I remember, like, oh, yeah, I think Gus mentioned this.
Okay.
So I like that it caught me by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just like Alex, I liked it. I think I liked it more than I would have liked it before watching it.
Yeah. Okay.
But also didn't like it as much as I would end up liking it by the end of watching it.
What?
I don't know if that makes sense.
The heck?
Mm.
It's weird, but
Okay. So, all right. I will say that I was looking forward to this movie because I had seen the trailer beforehand, and I love Andy Samberg's type of comedy. So it was just like right up my alley.
Yeah, it's
Like
good.
it
Right up
just
your what?
right up my alley.
Just kidding.
Wow. And yeah, it vibes with my type of comedy choice. So I enjoyed pretty much the entire thing. I thought the ending could have been a little bit clearer or stronger. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was a little interesting, but
I like how they handled the whole time loop thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
This is the first time we see like two people stuck in the time loop, so that was cool. And they
Mhm.
started off with him already spending time. He already
Yeah.
spent a lot of time in the time loop. So and you can tell as the movie's playing on, he's
yeah, he's seen
the
some
way he's
shit.
dancing through the crowd. He's like
Yeah.
he knows everything's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh,
was
I
cool.
didn't know that. Well, the first time, obviously, because I didn't forget it was time loop.
But yeah, after you watch
I was like,
it.
what's going on? How
Yeah.
is this happening? You know,
Yeah.
like, does he know her? Why is he looking at her? The
Yeah.
first scene. I'm just
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Yeah, there was
Spoilers, by the
there's a
way,
lot of
obviously.
mystery to it too,
Mhm.
like with the guy hunting him. It's
Mhm.
just like random. It was just like really random. Like I was very confused at the beginning.
Well, I didn't. Again, when he first was being hunted, I was like, "What's going on here?" Like,
Yeah.
but then I think I remember once I knew it was a time loop, I was like, "Wait, I think it has to do with him being stuck with him." Or I kind of almost, not that I knew exactly, but it
You
wasn't
just
shocking to
assume,
me. I
like,
kind of almost assumed that he got him stuck in there somehow, or he's stuck in there,
Oh,
maybe,
yeah.
or I thought maybe he went mad or something.
Yeah.
I
That
thought
was
it was
probably my first theory. That
I
he just
thought it
went
was
mad.
gonna be like some dude that can just jump through time loops or something, and it was just like fucking with them.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was gonna be a guy that was stuck there with them, so that was cool.
yeah. It kind of like initially, it kind of reminded me of like the original Jumanji when like the Hunter came out. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
kind of assumed like he was like from like this like time loop.
Yeah, that's what I
theme,
thought too.
And
yeah.
but yeah, after he explained obviously how he got there, it's pretty fucked up. But
That's pretty bad.
it's pretty funny.
Yeah, I haven't laughed this hard in a movie in a while, man.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, when
that's
they-
actually one of my complaints.
That's so funny.
Thought it was really funny, but not that funny.
Dude, I thought it was hilarious.
My favorite parts of the movie were just like the science fiction aspects of it, or just the fact that it's a time loop and like, well, I want to know what they do next, like how
Yeah.
they what ideas they have to get out, or like what
Mm.
things they could do or should do, what kind of thing
Mhm.
you would do if you were in a time loop.
Yeah.
So I felt like they really were doing a lot of things like, did they try killing themselves? Of course, you would try to do that.
Mhm.
How long would they be in there? Like, are they gonna lose their memories? Or I guess one of them
Yeah,
was
but
forgetting
all
things.
that we've seen that before. It's all
we
been played
haven't.
out before. Kind
What?
of like the killing yourself or figuring out different ways to get out of
Right,
there.
right.
Like
Again, but my favorite parts of that were those parts and any new things. So for
Mhm.
me, I definitely thought of thinking that if I was in that time loop and if I was really to get out, like you have an infinite amount of time to
Try
to
everything.
figure
Figure
something out. You
Yeah.
know, start now. You know, like you're not gonna run out of time. Like
Yeah.
start doing something now. Just
Yeah.
kind of like how with the scene with the girl with the physics. It was a little too short for me. Like that seemed like it happened like in a month or two. I mean, it probably lasted much longer, but
yeah.
it seemed like that happened a little too quickly for me.
Yeah.
If that was like a third of the movie, I would have been.
Yeah, and I did like that it wasn't just like death that started it over. It was
Or
also
sleep.
just falling asleep too.
Yeah.
So like there was like this time frame on like how much they could actually do in any given like day or whatever.
Mhm.
Well,
And-
yeah. So what if it went like a week without sleeping or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
They could have seen
They
a
could
lot.
have. They could have like.
Well, that's what
with that.
No, that's
or-
what he did. He tried to travel. He tried to go somewhere really
Yeah,
far.
he did like meth or something.
Yeah,
he like flew
He
to.
lasted
Yeah.
like a few days, and
Yeah.
then he just fell asleep and ended up right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was moments like that I thought were hilarious.
Right.
When he asked the J.K. Simmons character
Mm.
to kill him because it beats the traffic to get back home.
He's like, I guess I'll do it for one last.
Yeah.
Also, they're talking about like, oh, what happens to the people, like the multiverse? If there's a multiverse,
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah.
questions like that, like, are the things they're doing like in that day
Affecting.
affect those people
Yeah.
further on, like in their lives? And obviously, the next day is different set of people, and
Mhm.
next day different set of people.
Yeah.
So those, to me, those are my favorite parts of the movie,
Mhm.
more than the comedy. Because I mean, even though it was funny, there was funny. It wasn't like the funniest thing ever. It wasn't
Mm.
like super bad for me. It was
Yeah.
just a mixture of like two things.
Yeah, and I think they like handled that part of it really well too, like the whole science fiction aspect of it. Like anytime I kind of had a question, they usually answered it pretty
Yeah.
clearly for me. Like it wasn't like oh well that doesn't make any sense at all. But like I think each thing that they introduced in this like
Mhm.
this version of a time loop, it worked well for me.
Right.
And but yeah, like just like the scenes, like it was obviously like somewhat of a rom-com, I would say overall. I mean, it just ends
good
up
rom-com.
yeah, and like the way that they build their relationship and the things that they do together, like if I could die and like it wouldn't make a difference, like I would just come back, I would go fly a plane. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like that'd be pretty cool,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to try to do it, you know, and just like all
Yeah.
the like stupid things that
That
they
they did, yeah,
like,
that was
you could
hilarious.
just get away with and
Yeah.
like never have to like deal
Yeah.
with the
Like
consequences of.
when they're doing all the
It's fun.
skits, when
Yeah.
they're doing all the like when with the
Yeah.
with the bomb and the cake, and, and they go inside the bar and they start
Yeah.
dancing. Like, oh, that was hilarious to me.
Yeah,
I was dying. I was dying
Yeah.
with that.
But yeah,
And then there was
that's
also
pretty
really good romance, man.
Yeah.
Like it was. I
They had good chemistry.
love their chemistry, man.
Yeah.
I fell in love with them, so that was cool too. It was
All right, easy
good
there,
movie
buddy.
overall.
Easy there.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing I didn't like was the ending, though. I don't know if I liked how it ended. I wanted to keep watching. I was very intrigued by the movie. Like
Mhm.
I wanted like what happens next. What happens?
Yeah.
Not so much for like I want to laugh, but just like I want to know what happens next. Like what are they gonna do next? What are they gonna
Yeah.
try next? And I also wanted like 30 minutes of like after they got out of the loop. Like
Yeah, I
like,
would have
well,
liked a little bit
I
more
wa-
time after.
but then like they didn't really show anything. They didn't show what happened with the sister.
Mhm.
Oh,
They didn't
yeah.
show like
Yeah.
the guy that shoots. I feel like I guess they kind of just left it as the girl that was in the time loop. She just told the guy like, oh, you better take care of her. Kind. She was pretty much okay with it. Like
Yeah, that was.
I
that
would have
was-
ended it. I would have been like,
Yeah.
no, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
How you
Yeah.
gonna let your sister stay? Be with
yeah.
that
How
guy?
is she gonna let her sister stay with that guy? Like
Yeah.
I didn't like that
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
That
that
was
that,
weird.
that was pretty weird.
I agree with that.
I don't know. There's just other things that I wish they would have elaborated on, like what happens
Yeah.
after.
So yeah, the only thing that we really like got from that was that they were in the next day at that point.
Right.
But we don't know if they're stuck in a loop in the next day, or if they're.
No, I don't think they are.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they made it out,
yeah.
especially with that.
Because I think they probably fell asleep.
Okay.
They probably fell asleep on that first day,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's why they're in the pool on the next day.
Mm.
If not, they wouldn't be
They wouldn't know.
celebrating
yeah.
Yeah.
like they were. You know, like
Yeah.
makes sense. I'm assuming. I guess we're
And-
guessing. Now.
Yeah.
but I
And
also
then the
like
dinosaur thing at the end, that was kind of weird.
Oh,
Dinosaurs, yeah.
I do like that they showed the J.K. Simmons scene
Yeah.
yeah.
after that. I was like, okay, and it made sense that like he didn't know who he was. and-
Yeah, so his
Yeah.
time loop started over.
Yeah, it's
and
like the
he-
first him.
Yeah.
I guess he's bumping into the first him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Hmm. Anything?
Move on to the next one.
I don't really have anything that I didn't like about it, honestly, besides the ending. So I don't really have any like
Yeah, I
negative
haven't.
criticisms.
I like
or
the ending
anything.
too. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I didn't hate it. I just
Yeah.
it was just like I would have liked a little bit more. Like I just enjoyed it
Yeah, I
that much
didn't
that I
hate-
would have
I
wanted
mean, it was a
more.
good
Pretty
movie.
much. Yeah.
We all liked it. I liked it. a lot.
I think I didn't like the ending because I liked the movie so much because
Yeah.
I wanted to
Let's
keep
keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
love
wanted
it.
to keep going. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good.
That's a good
That's
reason
a good,
to not
that's
like
a good
it.
problem.
I guess.
Yeah, that's a good problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
You hated the ending because it ended.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we have to say on it. You want to go ahead and rate it now, or do you want to rate it at the end?
Let's rate it now.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay,
I give it a 9. I'll start it off.
A 9?
Yeah, because I really liked it. I laughed a lot, and it was a bad day for me in general.
Yeah.
So I just even through all that, it was just still really good to me. I want to
Okay.
watch it again.
What's up?
So
I'm gonna say an 8. An 8.
okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm giving it between 9 and 9.5. So 9.25.
9.25.
If that's a thing. 9.25.
Really?
It's like really close to
Wow.
9.5, and I'm gonna put it at 9.25.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's nothing I disliked about it. I enjoyed it the whole time.
Better than Jojo Rabbit?
I recommended it to so many people.
Better
at
than
work.
Jojo Rabbit?
No.
'Cause your Jojo Rabbit was a 9.
Did I?
I know the stats.
oh yeah,
No,
he's a stat guy.
it's funny because I'll ask Alex oh, which movie do you like more, this or this one? And I'm like, nope, that's not what your stats say. I do that a few times. It's weird how inconsistent we are, but I mean, we
Yeah.
try our best. It kind of depends on our day, how
Yeah.
we feel.
For sure.
alright.
I don't remember. I'm just kidding about Jojo Rabbit.
But there are some different movies though.
I
Yeah.
really believed you. I just I mean, he did just
I don't
look
have
through
all
all.
memorized.
Yeah.
But you probably like some movies that you probably rated lower.
Yeah.
I bet.
This is up there. This is
More
one of my-
1917.
Yeah, I enjoyed this more in 1917.
Remember how much you liked it the first?
I did. But this is good.
Okay, it doesn't matter. What did I give it?
You get it at 8.
I give it an 8.
9.25.
925, Alex?
925.
You seem kind of okay.
Between
925.
All right. So Edge of Tomorrow. So this movie came out 6 years ago now, I think.
6?
Yeah, I think it
So
came
long.
out in 2014.
Live, Die, Repeat.
And yeah, that's its other name.
Yeah.
I remember this
That
being
was-
a really big deal because
Yeah.
no one
No
understood what the movie was about. I guess, I guess they literally had to change the name to Live, Die, Repeat : Edge of Tomorrow because no one understood what the hell was going
Yeah.
on in the trailer.
Yeah,
which doesn't seem like it was that complicated to me, but maybe I'm just
Yeah, I've heard many people complain about they didn't really know what it's about. Or
yeah, but
I've heard it was very bad marketing done on
I heard nobody
the
saw the
marketing
trailer.
team. To market the movie. Now people want to go watch it,
yeah.
but it was a really good movie.
Mm.
I feel like when I remember seeing the trailer a long time ago, it kind of gave me vibes of Battle Los Angeles, which I was completely turned off by. Have you seen Battle Los Angeles?
That's a
just-
bad one.
I don't think I saw the whole thing either.
Yeah, I mean, I was only half of it
I
too.
think when
yeah.
I saw parts, I'm just like,
Battle Los Angeles.
I don't know why I felt it
Forgot
felt the
about
same
that
way.
movie.
But maybe a lot of people did too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and it sucks because the movie's really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Well, you
the-
barely saw it for the first time, huh?
Yeah, so this is my first
Yeah.
time seeing it.
Yeah.
I had always wanted to watch it. I just never really made an effort to.
Yeah.
And anytime it was on TV, I was already halfway through, so I just never
Yeah.
I don't like watching movies like that.
Did you know the time loop movie?
I did know it was time loop.
Okay.
Well, that's why
Um,
we
Yeah, but did we say
selected
that?
movie.
I mean, sure, that's what we
I
selected.
last
think I
week?
might
Yeah, we
have,
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Doesn't matter.
But yeah, so going into it, I didn't know exactly what was gonna happen. I did know it was a time loop. I knew it had to do with Tom Cruise being the one that was stuck in the loop, and then Emily Blunt's character may have also known, but I wasn't sure if she actually was also in the loop at the same time. But I think it was interesting that she had already been in a loop,
Yeah.
and then she ended her loop, and now it was his turn, and it was cool having them it's trying to find the answers to the puzzle or a exam or something or some problem.
It felt like a video game actually. to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like a video game, you keep dying and you're respawning
Yeah,
at a
okay,
checkpoint.
now how
and
do
you
I do
keep
this
trying,
part?
Oh, you
Yeah.
tried this already, and now you're
Yeah.
trying this path, and you're trying this path.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I like that aspect of this movie.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little different than Palm Springs. Well,
Yeah.
it's very different.
Yeah.
Palm Springs is more of a how would a time loop affect a no consequence type of situation, just going all out and
Yeah.
doing. And obviously that turns out to be a comedy. That's more
Yeah.
solving a puzzle, like you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, well, there was an objective, right? To
Yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow.
And-
To the other one, it was just they were just trying to get out of the time loop in Palm Springs.
Yeah, and then
There's no
this
real
one
point.
was
Yeah, did they
how
even
do we
think
save the
about-
world?
Yeah, yeah, they were trying to save the world before he gets out of the time loop in Edge
Well,
of Tomorrow.
Technically, they're not in a time. He's not in a time loop, right? He can live the rest of his life until forever, until he could without coming back to that same point.
Well,
Until
yeah,
he only
so-
has to die. He
yeah,
just has to die.
so that's the
That's-
difference between the two is that
He can
in
last
Edge of Tomorrow,
30
if
years.
he could stay alive as long as he wants, but if he
Yeah.
dies, he goes back to that starting point.
Yeah.
But with that being said, there's this like crazy world invasion going on, so I'm pretty sure if he would have lived like a little bit longer, he probably would have died anyways.
So if he would have died 20 years from then, he would have went all the way back to.
Yeah,
Because he has it at
that's
the
just
end there,
kind of
right?
how it goes. But
That's-
also,
That's a weird.
I guess the way that they also kind of answer that too was that those aliens knew that he had it, so they were hunting him
Yeah.
essentially,
yeah.
and like they trap him, stuff like that, set
Mhm.
him up,
That's so
sabotage.
crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
yeah.
cool though. Yeah.
And
Also,
And there's
love
a-
story.
I was gonna say
Also
there's
love
also
story.
there's
Kinda,
also
yeah.
like a love
Yeah.
aspect to it that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like snuck in
That
there.
was cool. Yeah.
I actually like that love story way more than this one.
Really?
Yeah, I
Oh,
do.
Man.
I don't know, so I just have a soft spot for Emily Blunt, bro.
Yes.
Dude, she's like
Yeah.
just how badass she is. I don't know why. I just I
Yeah,
don't, you
ever
know
since you
what?
saw that movie, you've had a hard on for Emily Blunt for sure.
I just have a what? I said a soft spot. not a
I said
hard
hard on. No. Yeah, when it first came out, oh, Emily Blunt, man. Oh
Dude,
my God.
I'm
my number
telling
one.
you, I don't know what it was. Just you know,
Yeah.
she could take control, you know, at any moment.
damn,
Dude, she was just badass in that movie.
no,
Have
she
you guys seen
was.
it?
Yeah, but it was a
Yeah,
cool. It
we've
was.
seen
Yeah.
We're refused. Have you guys seen the
You
movie?
guys seen it?
Dude, I don't know. She was okay.
Yeah, that was a good love story in there as well. And I didn't really. I'm glad I saw Palm Springs first, and then I saw Edge of Tomorrow, because the first time I saw Edge of Tomorrow, I didn't really like. There was a love story there, but I didn't really get it, right? Until I saw Palm Springs, and it was like a full love story, like kind of laid out for you, and then right after I saw
It
Edge of
wasn't the
Tomorrow.
primary focus of the.
It wasn't, but it was definitely in
movie.
there. It was definitely
Yeah.
pretty big.
To me,
Yeah.
I like the Edge of Tomorrow romance part of it, because in this Palm Springs one, they were just together the whole time.
Which was cool. Well,
I mean, it's just like it really is like any other.
They weren't before that though, right?
Obviously, yeah. But what we saw,
Yeah.
they were together the whole time,
Yeah.
right? So it really is like any other relationship. You're just together. You're the whole time, and you just day by
Yeah, but
day.
you're
Every
stuck in a
day is
time loop
different.
together.
But yeah,
that's
this
cool.
one's kind of like
Yeah,
50
but
First Dates
different things
type.
happen in. Even though they're stuck in a time loop, and at the beginning things happen the same way. Every single scene that we saw there, something different was happening.
Yeah.
Mm.
Even for them, right? So they were having different experience. So as I was watching that, I was like, okay, yeah, they're in a time loop, but it really is almost like they're living their lives together.
We're talking about
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs, yeah.
Yeah.
And with Edge Tomorrow,
It's 50
it's only
First
him.
Dates.
Yeah.
And like he has, it's almost like I was gonna say that. That's what I was gonna say. It's like a time to combine with 51st Dates.
Yeah.
He has to like convince every single
to
time.
fall in love.
He has to do something different every single time.
Sure.
And that last time just gets me, you know, just like fuck, like all right, now he really is for real.
You're dumb.
But he knows everything about her already, you know.
Yeah.
She has no chance.
Yeah, but then it kind of like she didn't have any of those experiences that he had, right?
Yeah.
He
So it's
to her
definitely one sided.
nothing happened.
Yeah.
To her none of that happened. But in Palm Springs, it's like
But that's how it ends, right?
they
It
shared
ends like
everything
he looks like her. He looks at her and he
Yeah.
just smiles or something
Yeah.
like
yeah,
that. Dude, okay, that's just like, oh my god, I love that scene.
Why? Because that's how you would look at Emily Blunt if you
Dude,
saw her.
come on, just smile and then just cut scene.
Yeah. So they end up kind of
And the
winning.
Sorry.
yeah.
the
and,
action, the action is obviously
Actually-
really good. And just tomorrow.
the action was really good. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the
That
action was really
I
good.
mean, so it's like it's more sci-fi, more action.
Mhm.
And it's Tom.
Do they win though?
They won. Yeah, they won the war.
Who? Yeah.
I don't remember like. So that was like the thing I was kind of confused about. So like he wakes up back when he's on the helicopter.
Yeah.
There originally.
Yeah,
So that's like a whole.
yeah.
I don't know
Way
how many
back.
hours before.
Uh-huh.
It's the same day though, I believe. But
Yeah.
yeah. I don't remember if they said that they won though.
They won.
Mhm.
They win. Alex
They
just
did?
saw it, right?
Yeah, they won.
They did.
They won. They're like,
Because
oh,
I remember the
all
like
things
general
aside.
was like giving that speech and
Yeah.
stuff, but I don't know if why like in
Yeah.
my head like it didn't seem like they won.
I think he
Hmm.
restarted the day because I don't know. It's weird. I don't know why he went all the way back there.
Yeah,
Because he had always been dying on the day after
of the invasion.
Actually, that was still the day of the invasion because they were getting ready for the invasion. It was just like really early
yeah,
in the day.
And the other thing about Well, the one thing about Edge of Tomorrow that I'm remembering now, that is kind of confusing.
Mm-hmm.
That in Palm Springs it's not as confusing because they end up together every time they die or they fall asleep. Every time when Tom Cruise is training,
Mm-hmm.
and Emily Blunt, he's injured and he just decides to end him so he can start over.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't start over.
No. Well,
so does she continue on her own path?
I
Oh,
guess
no, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
it's
what?
probably just like
You think
a
it's a
different.
multiverse? Memory gets erased?
It's just like a different parallel universe, I guess.
Right.
So each
But
time he
in her
dies,
uni- in her universe, it's
she
gonna
has
end
to
up
keep
shitty.
on. I guess.
Is
yeah.
it her universe or do they actually have
See,
the ability to turn back time?
Well, so the
The
enemies do
aliens.
have the ability to turn
Back time. So they don't
So I
go
guess,
off to their
yeah.
own universe. It's just they're literally just turning back time.
So I
I'm
guess
pretty
so,
sure that's
yeah.
like their
they
power.
don't. They're not turning back time.
Yeah, they control time. That's
Yeah.
what the whole point of them
Yeah.
was.
I thought the point they
You
see
sh-
into the future.
You should have seen it today.
No, they control time.
No, they know what's gonna happen because they can control time. Anytime one of their big blue ones die, the alphas, they just
time
reverse
so
back
that
time.
They don't have that happen.
So they
again.
don't have that happen, and then they just keep going until they win.
And yeah, that's how Tom Cruise gets stuck in the time loop because he kills one of the alphas, and the alpha's blood gets
Yeah.
into Tom Cruise, and
Wait, those alphas
Twice.
control time?
Those are the ones that
See into the future.
no, they control time. Yeah.
Yeah. well,
Does Tom
Well,
Cruise control
it's
time?
it's a
the
one
hive
thing.
mind
Yeah, it's
controls
one thing.
it, yeah.
No, the hive mind controls time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those blue monsters don't control time.
Well, when
They're
the
like
blue
Tom
one,
Cruise.
when the alpha dies, the blue one dies. The whole day
yeah.
resets for everyone.
when one alpha dies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So when they win, no alpha dies?
Mm,
no, it's
No.
pretty much yeah. If it's still going, if they still going, yeah, no alpha died. As soon as the alpha dies, the whole remember it's one big animal. It's not like a bunch of different
but
animals,
wait,
right?
How does that insinuate time controlling time?
well, that's what they said.
That's what they said. Yeah, the physicist or whatever.
Yeah, that doctor
that
made
they have the ability
little-
to control time
Yeah.
to turn it back. Yeah, should have watched it
Is
today.
Tom Cruise controlling time?
Sure, I guess you
by
can put it
dying.
there.
Yeah.
because he has that power now.
Okay,
when
fine,
he gets
fine. I wouldn't say he's controlling time.
that's what they said in the movie. Though,
No,
so
fine,
we
fine,
kinda
fine.
go-
I guess this is how you define it. I wouldn't say that's controlling time. I would say he's. Well, is he going back in time?
That's what they said.
Yeah. That's why everything
I-
always
I-
happens the same
I
way.
see it more like Next. You see the movie with Nicolas Cage?
Yeah,
We can see what happens
Like
next.
he sees the future.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then if it doesn't like that outcome, he just kind of stays in that spot
Resets. Yeah.
until he sees the outcome that he likes.
Yeah, and he picks it.
takes that path.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's kind of
That
what
would-
it's kind of what I imagine the aliens doing.
that would be cool, but they said that they control time in this.
No,
movie,
because
so
if they control time, why wouldn't they control time and go all the way back before Tom
they
Cruise
can
had
just
it?
I don't know. They can just reset. Oh,
well,
because they
he's-
lost it.
He's connected to that
He
now.
took-
so
he
they,
took it
they
from
can't
them.
take it away from him at that
yeah.
point.
Once Tom Cruise had it, they don't have that ability anymore. So that's why they wanted to take it
Wait,
back
they
from
still
him.
have it too, don't they? He
No.
took it from them completely.
He took it from them. Yeah, they lost the ability to turn back time after Tom Cruise took it from them, and that same thing happened with Emily Blunt. That's what they said. That's why they were hunting them. That's why they were trapping them to try to get him to try to
But
drain
how
his
would they?
drain his blood out
No,
so they
no.
can get the
No. But this is why I think they also have it, because when they were trapping him, they kind of knew where he would go.
Well, because he was connected.
Yeah,
to the
because-
hive mind at that
no,
point.
the-
So if
no,
he's
no,
connected
no.
to them, he
They
had-
didn't know
they
where
had
they knew where he would go because they put visions in his head.
'Cause
They
were
put
connected.
visions to trap him so he could go to that place, but that's not the place where the hive
Mhm.
was actually at. They just set a trap for him, so he ends up there because they put visions in him and they told him to go there, but
Yeah.
they didn't know where he was. They didn't know
that it
the
would
future.
work.
Yeah, they didn't know if it would work. Yeah, yeah. They lost the ability after Tom Cruise has it, and they say that in the movie.
Okay. I might have missed that part.
I might have to watch it because I don't know
You're
if I trust
retarded.
Alex.
You know what? you know you
I
should
don't know if I
watch it.
trust Alex complete with that information.
Okay. Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, continuing
Yeah, I
then.
got a lot more
That's
out
still
of
very
it
complicated.
watching it this time.
It's more complicated than
So-
Palm Springs.
So this is the thing. So the ending, like Sal mentioned earlier, is literally like Tom Cruise staring at, like smiling at Emily
Mhm.
Blunt, and then it cuts to black, and that's it. I know I could have sworn that I heard that they were thinking of making a second one,
Yeah, they are. Yeah, for sure.
and So
That's why I
technically,
think
Tom
so.
Cruise still has the ability to. He's still in a time loop at this point, right? Because he got the blood in them when he
No.
died. Yeah, that's how he got sent back.
Yeah.
So
I think
he has
still
that
the power.
Yeah, so he still has that ability.
I think.
I'm pretty
Wait,
sure,
what?
and that's
No.
why there's
He-
gonna be another
At the
movie.
very end, he lost it, the ability, right?
Yeah, he lost it.
So he
and
got
then
it-
at the very end.
Yeah.
He got it back because
So-
one of the alphas was above him when the
Yeah.
bomb explodes, and it melts into his body, and that's how he ends up going way back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he got it in the first place.
Oh, okay. I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
when the explosion at the very
Yeah,
end,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that's how he ended up going back to that day.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know, this would have went a lot smoother if you saw the movies.
But yeah,
Yep.
so I'm just curious to see what
If
they do
he
because
has it.
obviously it's not gonna. I'm pretty sure he has it,
I'm pretty sure that's.
But that's
And-
not confirmed though. Again.
No.
but I mean,
It
you
could
would
be-
imagine
it could
because they're
be-
making a sequel to it, and if the
No, but
aliens all
But
died,
we're just assuming that, right? It could have been that
Well,
maybe
yeah.
that explosion itself set the whole day back for everybody.
but it went further back than it originally went back. I don't know. It's
But
weird.
we don't know if it's because he
Yeah,
has the power or because it just set it back for because it exploded.
That was probably my biggest complaint of the movie is they went like 2 days back for some reason.
Yeah.
It was just kind of weird. It was like, why did they go all the way back?
You're talking about the
He was
very
falling
end.
asleep on a
Yeah,
helicopter.
the very
Yeah,
end.
I was waking up on a helicopter. I don't know. It was kind of random.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah, it was
that
like
day?
an interesting time, like our choice to put him back there, I guess. But whatever. Anything else you guys want to say about it? I'm pretty
much.
set.
Oh, and I like that song too.
I need to know.
Yeah, that one too.
Oh.
It makes me think of Emily Blunt.
You dumbass.
We'll go ahead and rate it. I'll give this an 8.5.
Alex?
Yeah, 8.5 as well, man.
I'm gonna base this on the first time I saw it. A 9.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I really liked Edge Tomorrow.
I think
I saw it in theaters.
these were my 2 most high-rated movies that we saw together. I think. Like I like
in the
both
same
in
podcast.
the same
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't even think of like what else we would have seen.
Usually
that
one
was,
we
like,
like and then
one that's like
one.
okay.
Or usually both we just kind of don't.
Yeah.
Usually, no way.
Nah, not usually.
I think there was one time when we both. I know our worst week for
Which
sure.
would go.
It was The Godfather and The
Oh,
Irishman.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty
Those
sure
are
that works
long movies.
Yes,
Yes,
literally 7
That was
hours.
6 hours,
homework,
yeah.
bro. That
7
was
hours.
so much homework.
Yeah. We didn't talk about this yet. What do you guys want to watch for this next week?
I have a Netflix one that's just like a fun one.
Which one?
Extraction.
Extraction.
With
Is it the Chris Hemsworth one?
yeah. With
Oh, okay. I haven't
Hemsworth.
seen it yet.
I haven't seen it either.
Have you seen it?
It's worth watching.
I've seen it twice. I
Shut
don't
the
like-
front door. No,
Nah,
you
I
haven't.
haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. So we could do that, and we could do that other Netflix movie. I already saw it.
Which one?
The
What
the
Which one?
Old Guard. Or whatever.
Did you see it? I started
Yeah.
watching it, but I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I should
The
wait for
what?
Leslie. The Old Guard.
The
What is
one
that?
with Charlize Theron. I don't want to tell you more about it because then you're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah. Don't tell me more
Yeah.
about it. Charlize Theron. Yeah,
It's
you
an
haven't heard
action
about that
movie.
one, Sal?
It was.
You killed it already.
Shut the
Okay.
fuck up.
Oh,
Okay.
whatever.
Like Atomic Blonde?
Yeah.
Nah, don't tell
It's based off a comic book, I
me.
think,
Don't
but
tell
I don't
me.
know what the comic book is.
Yeah,
but
it looks pretty cool. They're both action movies. So
Yeah.
kind of cool. And we'll see
I'm
what
down for it.
Netflix is
Yeah.
spitting out right now.
Yeah, I'm down
Sure.
for it.
Sure.
All right, so you guys have the ability to watch it. I'm pretty sure all of you guys have Netflix at this point because there's
Can't go to the movies
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching, you guys. Love y'all. Take care. See you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Oh, you guys have